Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we'll get you out to a frigid Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City as we welcome in our men in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wentz to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. After the interception, here's Darnold. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
There you see the starters defensively for Jacksonville. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Running is Barber. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. Royce Freeman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. On 2nd down, Freeman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now here comes Kansas City. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Muhammad Wilkerson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run the counter. Freeman.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Now it's Freeman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A quick pass out to Juju. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. To throw is Darnold. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Rodgers brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Darnold now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Six nothing our score after 1. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again is Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 41. Wentz, that's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He finds McCoy. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. On second down, Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one for him.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe bashed it. Super tough.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll run on first down. Freeman, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. From the 40 now on second down. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run with Walton. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down, Jaguars.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. It's our field. It's our field. Set.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. A 10-play drive that time. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's McCoy. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier. That's a gain of 5.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And now out come the Jags. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Here's Freeman. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Walton on the draw. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On second down now, it's Barber, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now Brown. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
So far, just the single catch. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets to the championship round this weekend. We'll get back to you guys and punch a 3rd in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Baltimore Ravens who will continue on as they eliminate the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Walton. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. From the 38, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run the counter. Walton. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Darnold from the red zone now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for two.
You. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for KC, and even 40 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Wentz to throw again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Draw play. Here's Walton. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They go back to Walton. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. On play action, Wentz. He's going to look deep for more, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Barber. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Wentz now to throw. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be taken at the 13. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1-yard gain.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Wentz. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. With it is Brown. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Freeman again. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Calvin Smith on the tackle.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times did we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He gets it to Brown, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So out comes the field goal team once more.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go. Silver.
Wentz now on first down. That'll be caught by Kupp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. first and 10. Here's Wentz. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He finds McCoy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Again, it's Wentz. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The quarterback set up a tent, could have roasted some marshmallows back there. He had all time to throw. Great job protecting it.
Can you have s'mores too?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how much time he had. Pick your menu. But the beauty of that play was the sense you got watching the offensive line. They could have rushed 4, 5, 6, 7, and it felt like he would have been protected.
So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Wentz's pass intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. A game on play. First down, Jaguars.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.